Hello everyone, Thempire Ian here for a Rush Duel react. We got a lot of TCG reacts that are coming your way very slowly. I had to catch up over the course of the past week that I was gone. I was gone for just a week, and bam, they released every freaking archetype in the game. But while those are percolating out, they're already recorded. I'm just getting them out to you slower. Here's the Rush Duels. We got a big wave of support for a new Rush Duel archetype focused around the Black Luster Soldier. So let's take a look at the other cards that we've been saving up until this point, and those cards, of course. First up, Pretty Lady. We got a Pretty Lady from the set that the Black Luster Soldier coming out in. Condurgler, the assisting anthem. She's like a con artist and a burglar. That's crazy. A level 4 wind psychic effect monster, 1300, 1200, with a requirement of shuffle 2 wind psychics that do not have 1300 attack from your graveyard into the deck. Increases card level by 3, then you can choose one Nobody Scattered Scat Thief. Oh, I don't like that. Or traditional tax, what? In your graveyard and set it to your spell trap zone. If you set a card, you can choose one monster in opponent's field and change its battle positions. Scat. Okay. I'm being failed by everything I have at my disposal to try and find these Rush Duel cards. Nobody wants to help me find these Rush Duel cards to actually see what this card does. So all I gotta go on is Pretty Lady. I like her. She's cool. Draki, the Dragon Vassal. That's right, we got a Dragon Vassal for the Monarchs, but actually it's a worm. 800, 1000, so it's a vassal, level 3 water worm. There's no cards direction extend the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, which again in Rush Duels is a way by which you get stuff into your hand. You put it in the graveyard and then get it into the hand. Increases card level by 2 until the end of the turn. If you're not special this turn, you can choose one Lindorm the Dragon Monarch or Lindorm the Mega Monarch in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Cool. Better access for the Lindorms, and it does its own milling and then does the add. So that's pretty cool. Outerverse Mother Fungus. This Mother Fungus. I can't believe this Mother Fungus. Level 9 Earth Plant Fusion Effect Monster, 25, 2000. Outerverse Bug Fungus, plus 1 non-light monster. As with all the Outerverse cards, it's treated as Outerverse while in the graveyard instead of its own name. They all become the name Outerverse. Shuffle 2 Outerverse from your graveyard into the deck. This card's type becomes Galaxy to the end of the turn, and then you can choose one spell trap card on the opponent's field and destroy it. Cool. It seems like a decent enough card. Alright, so here's some early stuff for the Black Luster Soldier. Gaia... dedicated Gaia. I was like, baptized. No, dedicated Gaia the Fierce Knight. Level 7 Earth Warrior Effect Monster, 2300, 2100. Card's name is treated as Gaia the Fierce Knight while in the hand or in the graveyard. During the main phase of this card was normal summoned or special summoned. Choose a Black Luster Ritual in the graveyard, add it to the hand, then increase the level of this card by 1 to the end of the turn. Which, I guess well, I thought Black Luster Soldier was a 7. I guess it's an 8. And then that gives you the full material. Here's another Outerverse guy. It seems like a decent card. It seems like a decent card. This activation condition is really simple, although it is a tribute monster. So, Outerverse Direct Driver, a level 4 wind monster, 1200, 800. Card name was treated out of Outerverse, of course. During the turn, this card was normal summon at 10 the top card of your deck to the graveyard. That's a very classic Outerverse, or not Outerverse, Rush Duel effect, sending a top card. Although this one's only on the turn it was normal summoned. Card's type becomes Galaxy at the end of the turn, and you can choose 2 face-up level 4 Galaxy effects monsters on the field, and then those monsters can attack directly, but you can't attack more than twice that turn. Interesting stipulation there. This card does not seem particularly good, even in Rush Duels. It is like a jump promo, I'm pretty sure, so yeah, I think that's why. It's not a good card. Alright, and then we got another Monarch card. Perseverance of the Monarchs, a normal trap card. When your opponent normal special summons a monster, choose 3 monsters with 1000 defense in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and then no cards in the extra deck, you choose one face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy it. That seems like a pretty good card. That's a pretty damn good card, I would say. Wow. That's really nice. Alright, and we got a new fusion monster who's also a cute girl. This is the crazy thing. Rush Duels, I think more so than TCG at this point, is just full of cute girls. It's crazy. Exécuter les Frontières. Level 6 Wind Warrior Fusion, 2500, 500. It requires Exécuter Lia and Exécuter Prouty. So I don't know anything about the Exécuter archetype. You can Contact Fusion this card. Ooh, I love a Contact Fusion. During the main phase, this card was Fusion Summoned. Draw one card, then this card gains 500 attack until the end of the turn, but the monster you control cannot attack for the rest of the turn except for monsters with 500 defense. Okay, yeah. Does that include when you does Fusion Summoned include Contact Fusion? I don't know. In Rush Duel, I'm not sure if it does. Interesting though. Cattle Healer, another cute girl, and this time a little strange. A little, you know. Cattle Healer, Amore. Now that's Amore. Level 9 Wind Warrior Fusion Effect Monster, 2900, 1200. Requires Diving Cattle Healer and one level 4 lower Wind Monster. No requirement. It's a continuous effect. Neither player takes battle damage from battles involving this card. During your turn, this card gains 200 attack. Huh. Is that... Okay, it's a continuous effect, so just like during your turn, it has 200 more attack. So it's a 3100 during your turn. But nobody takes battle damage. What an interesting little card. I like that the lasso became a heart. That's cute. Alright, now we're getting to the Black Luster Soldier cards. Let's see what's going on here. First up, we've got a beautiful Black Luster Soldier art. Just look at that. No effect. 3000 attack, 2500 defense. It is in fact level 8. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We already looked at Dedicated Gaia. I guess that's just here as well. Whoa, Dokuro Rider. Chaos Sword Rider is what we're calling it here. Okay, level 4 Light Fiend effect monster. Light Fiend? Oh man, I can't wait till Fiendsmith comes to Rush Duels. 500 attack with 1000 defense. Reveal one level 4 monster with 500 attack and 1000 defense in your hand to the opponent, and send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Okay, so you gotta do 2 of those things. You have to have a fucker with the same stats as this guy in the hand. And then also you have to send the top card from the top of the deck to the graveyard. This card gains 1000 attack until the end of the opponent's next turn. Then you can choose one face-up level 8 warrior ritual monster in your field and have it gain 1000 attack at the end of the turn. This card stinks. I don't think this one's very good. It becomes a 1500 when it uses its effect, and it makes Black Luster Soldier a 4K monster, which is kind of crazy, but it requires so much going on here. I don't know. Seems rough. Chaos Material. A level 4 light rock effect monster. 500 attack, 1000 defense. Reveal one level 4 monster with 500 attack and 1000 defense in your hand to your opponent and send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Okay, apparently everyone in this archetype has that same stat line, so maybe it's a little easier than I thought. This card gains 1000 attack to the end of the opponent's next turn, and then you can increase this card level by 4 until the end of the next turn. Which then obviously makes it the full cost of Black Luster Soldier instead of half of the cost. That's why they're all level 4s, by the way, so they're half the cost of the Black Luster Soldier. And then they're all doing stuff that make them into 1500 attack monsters for some reason. It's interesting. And then they mill, which potentially gets your ritual spell into the graveyard for Dedicated Gaia to get back for you. It's interesting. Shaman of Chaos, level 4 Dark Spellcaster effect monster, 500 1000. Shuffle 2 level 4 monsters with 500 attack and 1000 defense from your graveyard into the deck. This card gains 1000 attack until the end of the next turn, and then end of the turn, and then you can choose one face-up card in your opponent's spell trap zone and destroy it. Okay, so this one's got a spell trap pop. It's shuffling 2 of those statted monsters in from the graveyard into the deck, though. But I think that's probably valuable just to get the spell trap pop, especially because your ritual is going to be particularly vulnerable to that kind of thing, so you're going to want to have some way to clear the path for it, considering how much it costs. Quick Attack Knight, and look, he's wearing it's like one of the beginning night, and what's the other one? Evening night or something like that. Level 4 Light Warrior effect monster, 500 1000. Either send one card from the hand to the graveyard or reveal a level 4 monster with 500 and 1000 attack to your opponent. Send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Oh, that's the effect here. Okay, it's interesting. We're sending for the effect. Then you can choose a Blackluster Ritual or Super Soldier Strike in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Ooh, we're getting a Super Soldier card too. That's cool. This one's a pretty versatile one. So this one's like, I feel like pretty essential. It's, yeah, that seems pretty good to me. Beautiful Blackluster Soldier Ritual, Blackluster Ritual card. Blackluster Ritual, requirement none. Ritual summon Blackluster Soldier by sending monsters in your hand or on the field to the graveyard whose total levels equal 8 or more as material. That's Blackluster Soldier Blackluster Ritual. I don't know what you want me to say about that. That's Blackluster Ritual, and it does what it does. Let's see what Super Soldier Strike is doing. Also a beautiful card. Look at that. Wow. God, Rush Tools looks so cool. Normal spell card. If there's a face-up Blackluster Soldier on your field, that's the requirement. Effect, choose one face-up monster and put its field, shuffle it into the owner's deck. That's crazy. This card's insane, and you can get it back with the Quick Warrior. That's fucking crazy. That's really crazy. Wow. Got more. Chaos Ceremonial Object, a normal spell card, no requirement. Activate the top 3 cards of your deck and reveal them. You could choose one Blackluster Ritual among them or in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Then place the remaining activated cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. Ooh, bottom of the deck. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, get you more access to your Blackluster Ritual. I don't know if that's good enough, or if you just want to mill them instead. Dark Piercing Sword. Looks like a sword of revealing light, huh? Normal spell card. If there are any monsters in your opponent's field, choose a level 4 light or dark monster with 500 attack, 1000 defense in your graveyard, add it to your hand, then choose one monster in your opponent's field and change its defense position. That's cool. Like, it gets you back one of your guys, which means you can use that Quick Knight again and get back your material or your spell cards here. And then it changes the monster to defense position, which can help you get over some of the big guys who have big attack stats. And that can be really useful sometimes. I think even in the current state of the game, that's still pretty useful. These cards seem pretty good. I feel like it's kind of missing, like in comparison to the Hungry Burger deck, I feel like it's kind of missing something though, right? It doesn't feel like it's quite all there. Like in comparison to the Hungry Burger deck, like that's why for this kind of deck, that's my like frame of reference is that Hungry Burger deck we looked at before, and I feel like this doesn't quite have the sauce as much. I mean, Quick Attack Knight is great. Shaman of Chaos is decent. And I guess now looking over the rest of the cards, Chaos Sword Rider seems pretty good. Just be able to make Blackluster Soldier like insane, but doesn't do anything on its own other than be a 1,000 that you can use for these things. So maybe like another wave of support will help this or something, or maybe there's cards that it's supposed to work with that I haven't seen yet, or like that are like already exist, right? And Dedicated Gaia also feels really good for this as well. Oh, you know what? Considering this is treated as Gaia the Fierce Knight, there's probably Gaia's been in the game for a long time. It's a legend card, so there's actually that's actually a potential that like there's some Gaia support cards that have come out that make this card like even better and would support the rest of this stuff better as well. So maybe that's something that I'm not like aware of, and I might be missing that context that makes these cards even better. But this like. This is just Blackluster Ritual, which in Rush Duels is actually pretty good because there's some like whack ass ritual spells in Rush Duels. I've seen some already, and they're like, oh wow, that's like a bad version of a ritual spell. And then Super Soldier Strike is crazy. Like compared to the power level of some of the other cards I've seen in this game, this card seems insane. But it does require you to have Blackluster Soldier on the field already, which currently doesn't really seem like there's a way to get Blackluster Soldier to your hand. There's lots of ways to get the other the other parts of it, right? Like where you're getting the Blackluster Soldier Ritual or even Super Soldier Strike into the graveyard and then adding it back to your hand. I haven't seen anything like that for the ritual monster itself though. And that makes me a little concerned for how you actually like how do you get it to your hand? And if it gets to the graveyard, how do you get it back? So that's my concerns for this deck. I feel like it's not as good as the Hungry Burger one. I'm remembering correctly. I don't know. I could be wrong on that because it's a missing context of the Gaia stuff, perhaps. But I mean, after all, Gaia probably had some fusion stuff as well, right? I don't know. I'd have to see what's going on with that. But none of the there's like not a single website that gives me a good database for Rush Duel cards. So how am I supposed to know? I mean, I guess I could check out yugioh Pro. yugioh Pro might have a decent one. You wouldn't be able to see it, but at least I'd get the context. In fact, I'm going to do that exactly right now. This is what I used to do when I was doing TCG reacts, and I hadn't thought of doing, like, just going on yugioh Pro deck. So if I go Gaia, how do I alternate formats? I need to, like... Okay, so they obviously have Gaia. Oh yeah, they have like a ton. Battle-tested Gaia the Fierce Knight. Tribute to someone this card, attack message by attributing a face-up level 5 higher monster. Send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. This card's name becomes Gaia the Fierce Knight this turn. You fusion summon by shuffling this card from your field and one monster from your field in the graveyard. Oh, there's a lot. There's Swift Gaia. They actually have Swift Gaia. Huh. Launcher Catapult Turtle. You know, if you have no attack message monster, you can special summon this card from your hand face up to field. Select the face up fusion monster in your field to the graveyard, or send rather. Destroy a spell trap on the opponent's field. You have Gaia the Dragon Champion in the graveyard. You can destroy one card in your opponent's field. That's cute. It makes it reference the anime more. Dragon Curse Magician. If you have 3 more spell cards in your graveyard, send this card from your field to the graveyard. Special summon Gaia the Fierce Knight or a level 5 dragon type normal monster from your hand or your graveyard to face up to your field. Hold up. What is this? How does this one become Gaia? It's always Gaia in the hand or graveyard. So Dragon Curse Knight Magician can just summon this out of the graveyard. So you probably want to play this, I guess. Catapult Baby Turtle. Oh yeah, Catapult Baby Turtle. I forgot about this. And it's a 500 1000. None of the other ones are. None of the other Gaia cards are 500 1000, but this one is. Send a card from your hand to the graveyard, shuffle 2 monsters from your opponent's graveyard into the deck. That's pretty good already. Then you can special summon a Gaia the Dragon Champion or an Aqua type monster with 2000 defense from your graveyard face up into your field. Okay. So it works with the Gaia stuff. Oh yeah, they have fusions definitely. Oh, Gaia the Conqueror of Champions, Swift Gaia the Dragon Champion, and then Gaia the Dragon Champion Rush. Okay, so Gaia the Dragon Champion doesn't do anything. It's a vanilla. It has a high attack stat. Gaia the Conqueror of Champions requires Gaia and Curse of Dragon as well. During your main phase of this card, special summon, shuffle 1 non-magical knight type monster from your graveyard into the deck. Multi-choice effect. This turn, this card can attack directly or destroy a spell trap on the opponent's field. Okay, cute. Swift Gaia says it's a warrior type with 2100 defense plus Curse of Dragon. Send the top target card to your deck to your graveyard. If this card attacks the defense switch monster's turn, inflict piercing damage. If you have no card in your hand, you can draw 1 card. Okay. So they're not particularly impactful, I would say, but they have trap cards. Your opponent's normal special summon monster while you have a face-up level 7 monster with 2000 defense on your field. Change this one face-up monster in your opponent's field to face-down defense position. If you have a Gaia the Dragon Champion, destroy one face-down card in your opponent's field. When a monster on your field is destroyed by an opponent's attack, special summon a Gaia the Dragon Champion or level 5 or lower dragon type monster in your graveyard. This turn, the monster special summoned by this effect cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. And then during the end of the... Oh, that's the anime card. That's Revival Knight, the anime card. Okay. None of that seems crazy, though. Maybe... And the problem with Rush is that a lot of the cards will be, like, not named. Obviously, at least with yugioh Pro, I can look up when I look it up, it also gets the ones that mention it in their card text. But there could be some in there that don't exactly mention it, but still kind of work with it. Curse of Dragon is obviously in here. And I need to write Curse of... Okay, yeah, there we go. Veteran Curse of Dragon. That's what I was looking for, is more like stuff that would be supporting this. All right. If you have no monsters in your field, you special summon this card from your hand face up to your field. Send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. This card's name becomes Curse of Dragon this turn. Fusion summon by shuffling this card from your field and one monster in the field to the graveyard and the owner's deck as material. and then dedicated Curse of Dragon, which this card's name becomes Curse of Dragon while in the graveyard during your main phase. You normals push them this card. Execute the top 4 cards of your deck. You can add one execute a ritual spell card to your hand. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of the deck in any order. Okay, this one's crazy. Okay, wait, when is this one coming out? This one feels like it should be for the current set, right? Holy moly, this dedicated Curse of Dragon feels like it was made for this set. That's weird. Like, it really, really feels like it was made for this set, because I don't think this deck had a ritual previously. But yeah, it is just generic ritual support, right? And it really just lets you dig for it. Of course, it's only the turn that it's normal or special summoned, and this one does require a tribute, but the tributes are easier in Rush Duels. They're significantly easier. So, yeah, wow. All right, so there's a little bit more to it. I don't know if that's enough, though, because, again, none of it's really getting the ritual monster. Like, you're still going to have to draw the... Oh, wait. What am I thinking? I forgot the most important thing. Ritual monsters live in the extra deck in Rush Duels. I can't believe I forgot the most important thing about ritual monsters in Rush Duels is that they live in the extra deck. I don't remember. Now that makes it a lot more difficult to evaluate that it's better than Hungry Burger, because I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that for some reason. You probably already commented, in which case, gotcha! You didn't watch the whole video before commenting. Haha! But yeah. That's really interesting. The thing about Curse of Dragon is that you can play this in any ritual deck. I wonder if this is seeing play. I could see this seeing play because it's not that hard to ritual summon in Rush Duels, and if you just get this on the field, you're executing 4 and getting a ritual spell card. I mean, it's hard. That's hard, because like if you whiff, like that's it. You don't get another go on that unless you bounce it back to hand and tribute summon it again or something. Like, that's rough. That's really rough. Okay. Yeah, with that, I just honestly, with that, it changed my evaluation. Because I now remember that. Hungry Burger deck. I genuinely do not remember it enough. Like, at that point, like, they're so neck and neck, I would have to go back and read the Hungry Burger cards to evaluate this, like, based on them. And I don't even know if the Hungry Burger cards are good, is the other part. Like, the other part is I just genuinely do not know if the Hungry Burger cards were ever good or not, or if they're even out yet. We're just like so disconnected from Rush Duels here. It's so unfortunate, because I would really love to play this. They look so good. And some of these cards look so cool. They do cool things. I swear, okay, I promise not every one of these is going to be me lamenting the lack of Rush Duels, but wow. Okay, so these, yeah, a lot better than I thought, because I just completely forgot the most important mechanic of Rush Duels of rituals in Rush Duels. This card is fucking insane. I think the deck is going to revolve around this card, Super Soldier Strike, because this card is just crazy. It just shuffles. It's a fucking shuffler. That's fucking crazy. All right. I think that's all I got to say about these cards. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for putting up with me forgetting the most important part of rituals and Rush Duels. And let me know what you think of these cards down below. Let me know do we know anything about how Hungry Burger has done, and what do you think these compare to? How do you think these compare to the Hungry Burger cards? I remember quite liking the Hungry Burger cards, the way they interacted with each other. I feel like they had a lot more mill power than this does. Which is really important for Rush Duels, because your mill power is how likely you are to get the thing that you're trying to add from the graveyard to hand into the graveyard for you to add to hand. So I like the look of Hungry Burger quite a bit. These ones, I feel like they might still be a little bit behind that, but they also have a much bigger guy who gets even bigger. So I don't know. That might make up the difference. In the advertising, they were talking about how like it's got as much power as the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and like, is Blue Eyes White Dragon still a power card in Rush Duels, or like have we moved well beyond that at this point? I don't know. Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Hey there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment and maybe shared the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites. Just check out my website in the description below for more info. My videos are funded by my patrons, Ko-fi subscribers, and YouTube members, whose names you'll see scrolling by in the credits here. For just $1 a month, you too could find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity. In particular, I'd like to thank Jeremy Coatney, Frog Prince Michael, Fleekill, Haru Hayes, the Almighty Ferret Lord, and Fire Mizumi. A big thanks to all my other patrons and to my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye.